Your P4500i inverter is designed to provide years of reliable service. To keep your inverter running like new, be sure to follow the maintenance schedule provided in your owner's manual. Before performing maintenance on your generator, please review the safety section in your owner's manual. For the latest version of your owner's manual, visit the Cummins Quick Serve website listed below. Some tools you'll need before we begin: your owner's manual, a drain pan, the funnel included with your unit, 4-stroke engine oil, feeler gauges, an ignition set, a spark plug wrench provided with your unit, a wire brush, a 10 and 14 millimeter wrench, a ratchet, extension, and 10 millimeter socket, as well as a Phillips screwdriver. Before performing any maintenance on your generator, please disconnect the battery by opening the battery access door and unplugging the SAE connector. Oil should be changed every 50 hours or every 6 months after the initial break-in service. To change the oil, remove the oil access door. On this unit, we've removed the housing for a clearer view of what's going on. Place a suitable drain pan under the unit. Remove the rubber plug in the floor pan. Remove the oil fill and dipstick. Using a 10 millimeter wrench, loosen the drain pull. Remove the drain bolt and allow the oil to drain completely. After the oil is completely drained, reinstall the drain plug. Tighten it down firmly with a wrench. Reinstall the rubber plug in the floor and clean up any excess oil that may have spilled. Using the supplied funnel and 4-stroke 1030 motor oil, refill the case to the specified level in the owner's manual. Remove the funnel and confirm the oil level is correct, and reinstall the dipstick. Now you can replace the access panel. The air filter should be serviced after every 50 hours of use. Using a 10 millimeter socket, remove the bolt in the bottom left corner, and use your Phillips screwdriver to remove the 4 screws in the maintenance access panel. Once the panel is removed, use the 2 quarter turn fasteners to remove the air box lid. Now you can remove the air filter element from the housing. Wash the air filter in warm soapy water using a slow squeezing motion. Never twist or tear the air filter. Rinse the air filter in clean water. Once the air filter is completely dry, Put some engine oil on the air filter and place the air filter in a plastic bag. Use the plastic bag to evenly distribute the oil, again using a slow squeezing motion. Remove the air filter from the bag and place it back in the air filter housing. Reinstall the airbox lid using the 2/4 turn fasteners. Spark plug should be checked every 100 hours and replaced every 300 hours. Stop the inverter and let it cool. Remove the spark plug boot by pulling straight off the spark plug. Using the wrench supplied with your unit, loosen the spark plug. Once the spark plug is broken loose, you can remove it by hand. Inspect the spark plug for excessive wear or any cracks in the insulation. Check the spark plug gap with commercially available tool. The gap on this spark plug is 32 thousandths of an inch. If the spark plug is okay, or if you're replacing it with a new one, start the spark plug by hand and then finish installing it with the supplied wrench. Reinstall the spark plug boot. Valve adjustment should be inspected and adjusted as needed every 100 hours of use. The engine must be cold to properly inspect the valves. Loosen the 4 8mm bolts that hold the valve cover in place. Remove the valve cover and disconnect the breather tube. Inspect the gasket for any rips or tears. To find top dead center compression, with the spark plug removed, pull the recoil. The first time the piston hits top dead center, after the intake valve closes, is top dead center compression. Both rocker arms should be loose at top dead center compression. Use feeler gauges to inspect the valve clearance. Valve clearance specifications can be found in your owner's manual. If an adjustment is necessary, hold the adjusting nut and break the lock nut free. Turn the adjusting nut to get the desired clearance, and tighten the lock nut to hold it down. Inspect the gasket on the valve cover for rips or tears. Reattach the breather tube to the air box and reinstall the valve cover. Spark arrestor should be cleaned every 100 hours of use. To access the spark arrestor, remove the rear exhaust panel. Using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the muffler band clamp. Again, using a Phillips head screwdriver, remove the spark arrestor screw from the muffler. This screw must be completely removed. Spark arrestor cap can now be removed, and then the spark arrestor itself can be extracted from the muffler. Check the spark arrestor for any rips or tears in the screen, and clean the spark arrestor with a wire brush. Again, inspect the cap for rips or tears. Clean it with a wire brush. Install the spark arrestor in the muffler, lining the holes. Place the cap over the end. And reinstall the spark arrestor screw. Reinstall the band clamp. Installation of the exhaust panel is reversible removal. Set the panel in place. Tighten the Phillips head screws. To reinstall the maintenance access panel, line the tabs in the bottom. Set the panel in place. Tighten the 4 Phillips screws and replace the 10mm bolt in the bottom left corner. Clean the inverter with a damp cloth. Never submerge or spray with a garden hose. Make sure that the inlet ports in the front are clear and free of obstruction, as well as the exhaust ports on the rear. Proper maintenance and storage ensures a long service life for your inverter. Always consult your owner's manual for a complete list of the maintenance procedures necessary to keep your generator performing like new.